Hey. I was thinking, and so I wanted to come on here and share my thoughts with you. I remember reading an article that stated to go see your favorite musical group before they break up. I guess that's a common thing that groups don't stay together. And I remember one of my favorites was R&B group Tony. They were the soundtrack of my college years. Their first album came out in 1990, and I played that thing over and over again. It was the soundtrack to my college years. My favorite song was Feels Good. And even to this day, when I hear it, it feels good. And so I love them. And guess what? They broke up. Yes, they did. They broke up. One of the lead singers decided to go do his thing, and he did well for himself. And I was always so disappointed that I didn't have the opportunity to see them before they actually broke up. But then I was given a gift. They got back together. Yes, they did. And I was able to go see them this past week. And just listening to the songs and dancing with them, seeing them perform, it was all nostalgic for me. And it took me back to the time when I was young, ignorant, not knowing it, didn't have responsibilities, just enjoying my life. And I just really enjoyed every moment of that concert. And I was grateful for the fact that they gave us this gift of reuniting. I also thought about a time a few days before that when I went to a gala. It was a breast cancer awareness gala. And anytime I can support someone who wants to bring awareness to that ugly disease, I am there. As a survivor, it is my responsibility to ensure that I keep letting people know to get your annual exams, to do your mammograms, to eat right, to know your body, and to listen to it. Because early detection is the key to survival. But when I went to this gala, it was a Saturday afternoon. It was a cold day here in Cleveland, and it was raining. And when I pulled up to valet, I said, you know what? I'm going to park my car myself because I don't like waiting in line to get my car after the fact. And it wasn't a big parking lot. And he was like, that's fine. He's like, but it may rain. And I was like, well, if it does, it does. No big deal. And so I went inside. I enjoyed this wonderful event. And when it was over, I grabbed my coat, was on my way out the door, and I looked, and it was raining. I was thinking to myself, it is cold because it was probably in the 40s and it was raining hard. Everyone else is lined up to get their car from valet. And I'm like, now I have to go walk in the rain. It was nothing I could do. I didn't have an umbrella with me. I figure, a little rain doesn't hurt. I did have on this cute, fancy dress, but I was like, it's water. I can be out there in it. And so as I walked out, I realized that this was not going to be an occasion that I won't get drenched. I'm just giving in to the fact that I will be soaked by the time I get home, or at least to the car. And so I decided to do something I hadn't done in a long time, and that is twirling in the rain. I twirled from the door all the way to my car in the rain. And it reminded me of being a kid. I felt like a child again. And I was thinking to myself, like, when was the last time that I allowed myself to be like a child? Now, I always talk about how we need to be curious and be childlike when we're asking questions. Why? Why? But this time, I was just present in the moment of being a child again. And it felt wonderful. And so I'll ask you, when was the last time that you allowed yourself to be childlike? And how did it feel? That is it. That is what I was thinking about today. I love the fact that I had those two moments in the past week to be able to go back in time, if just for a little bit of time, right? But anyway, think about that. and see what you can do to allow yourself to go back to that inner child that's within you. All righty, take care. Bye-bye.